welcome back to lesson 2 of section 4, dealing with reading and summarizing. In this lesson, we're going to take a look at a particular method known as the SQ3R method in order for summarizing. Now, a lot of people like to use the SQ3R method to summarize because it makes summarizing so easy. It is all about developing questions and getting the summary from the questions that you have developed. This obviously makes summarizing much easier. So after you have gone through this lesson, you can compare this summarizing skill to the one in lesson 1, and from that then decide which is going to be the summarizing method that you will enjoy best.
Alright, so let's take a look at the different steps that you need to take. So S stands for survey. Survey just means taking a look at the work that you have to summarize. So it's just basically reading over it, skimming over it, just to get a basic idea of what the information is about. When you're finished with the survey, you go on to Q, which is question. Now, question is all about gathering as many questions as you can on the topic that you're going to be summarizing. Now, these questions can come from questions that you thought up while you were doing the survey. There are questions that you can get from your textbook. At the back of every section, the textbook normally has a list of questions for you, as well as topic sentences. So if you see a subheading, you can take a subheading and turn that into a question as well. It's a really clever way of developing questions. Also, if you have been really good and have been keeping up with your Cornell system, then now's the time to haul it out and gather all the questions that your teacher asked in class on the topic so that you can use them as well. So once you have finished getting a whole band of questions together, we now deal with the 3 R's. The first is to read. So now the work that you're going to be summarizing, you read it through properly, but really read it in trying to remember all the information. Keep the questions that you've created in the background while you are reading. So this will then give you a really in-depth knowledge of the information that you are going to be summarizing. The next step is to recall. Now, this is when you take your questions and you start answering your questions. If you get stuck, obviously you can take a look back into the information for the answer to a question, but this will give you a really good way to gauge what you remembered and what you didn't remember, what you understood and what you didn't understand. The last R is review. Now, review is just going over the information, making sure that your facts are correct and making sure that your dates are correct. And once you have finished the review, your summary has actually been completed. So as you can see, these are summaries made easy using the SQ3R. If you're wanting to create flashcards, guys, SQ3R method is a really brilliant way of creating flashcards. That comes to the end of lesson 2. Cheers, guys.